Nerves of steel by Jofra Archer. Rajasthan Royals stay alive by the skin of their teeth in this IPL. It came down to the wire this particular match, but in the end, it's Rajasthan that emerged victorious, chasing that total. 175 for 6 is what Kolkata got. Rajasthan chased it down in 19.2 overs, all thanks to that 17-year-old Riyan Parag getting 47, and then Jofra Archer getting 27 of just 12 deliveries. What an exciting game we've just witnessed. Joining me, Ajit Agarkar, Shaun, Tait. I'll start with that young kid, Ajit, 17 years of age, but way beyond that in terms of maturity that he's shown. It's not the first time he's done it in the IPL.
Yeah, I mean, that's the first thing that you look at. I mean, there are obviously a lot of talented players come in the IPL, but it's the temperament which sometimes separates. Looked quite calm actually throughout that thing. Yeah. I know it's a quick scoring ground, and there was pace in the pitch to use and all that, but they were needed at one stage when they lost all those wickets. When Binny got out, they needed quite a few runs. So to stay that calm, just great signs. I mean, someone to keep a lookout for going forward. Seems to have all the shots as well. Even against seam bowling, pulled that Prasidh Krishna for a massive 6. So yeah, good signs. Good signs not just for Rajasthan, but somebody to watch out for in the future.
Yeah, takes me down to that one incident. Got hit on the helmet. Not easy after that to continue, but just kept his wits about him.
He's got something about him. There's a little bit of toughness in there, a little bit of confidence.
Yeah, just shrugged that off.
Yeah, exactly. But and he's right. He was calm. He's got great bat speed. Talking about his actual batting, his bat speed is so good. His last movement with his wrist and with the bat, but in general, it just looks like the temperament. Hopefully, that it doesn't turn to overconfidence.
Yeah.
He just keeps it with his cricket. But he looks like he's very comfortable at this level. It looks like he's enjoying himself. So that was a really good innings. That was a match-winning knock.
Yeah, I mean, what, two games now?
Yes.
Yeah. So really young.
Outscored Steve Smith in that particular encounter, which is not easy for someone that's just 17 years old.
It's just. I mean, sometimes you can just throw your bat around. It looked like he actually was watching the ball when he was playing the big shots, which is a good sign.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall in the Rajasthan dressing room, because Jofra Archer might just go and tell them, listen, I'm getting you all the wickets, I'm ensuring they don't score too many runs, and you now expect me to get runs as well. Yeah.
Probably so. That's why we're paying you so much. you got to earn your money. So but he's a good cricketer, isn't he? So obviously it'd be interesting to see what England do with him. Yeah. But you look at this, you look at his bowl, and then look at the way he can finish a game off, and he's got to walk into that one World Cup squad, probably, doesn't he?
I mean,
you expected a farewell gift from Ben Stokes. That's not happening. He's given the team a farewell gift before he left Jofra.
Yeah, Ben Stokes again, unfortunately, not a tough season. Had one tough one last year. It's not been a great season. I mean, when the franchise is kind of trusting you and paid that much for you, and it's not about the money, but we know what kind of quality that he actually has and how well he can perform. Unfortunately for Rajasthan, it's not, but the result went their way.
Okay, the next point of discussion on our playlist is the Kolkata spinners. They finally have come good. We've been talking about this, Shaun, all throughout, of Kolkata spinners not having a great time. The first time they prepare a pitch that's going to be conducive to fast bowlers, and then the spinners really come into their own. It's a bit of a strange one, that.
Strange one, because we thought obviously it'd been a bit of not a fast bowler's wicket, but certainly a bit of grass on there and whatever. But sometimes that can help spin as well. I suppose when you have got a wicket that's a little bit of grass and does a bit early with a new ball. Spinners, you often hear them talking about they're often the pitches that are good to bowl, but it didn't turn a heap.
No. Some soft shots.
Yeah, just enough, and there was some really ordinary shots in there. Lots of, I know it sounds, it's 2020 cricket, and it sounds cliche and old school, but just across the line early in the innings when maybe just bashing down the ground for singles to get yourself in, and then worrying about those shots. It just seemed straight away their first thought was across the line at all costs.
Right, Piyush Chawla picking up 3 wickets. I'm going to talk to you about Sunil Narine. At one point, I mean, we were talking about this IPL is not the bowler that he used to be, but in this game looked unplayable. What do you put it down to? Was it the batsman not being able to cope, or was he really bowling deliveries that were unplayable?
Yeah, I don't think it was unplayable. I think if you look at even Ajinkya's dismissal, kind of played across the line a little bit, just missed the line. Steve Smith again, very unlike him. Sanju Samson to Chawla, I mean, nothing short. First went to paddle, then obviously realized the ball wasn't there and it was too late to adjust. So they were good. I couldn't believe how poor Rajasthan. Binny slogged one to deep mid wicket when, on this ground you can chase 10 12, 13 runs in the last 3 or 4 overs. It's very gettable. I mean, how small and how quick the outfield is. So, some poor shots. Good bowling by them. I mean, look, Narayan, the wickets will help. Well, they didn't help KKR tonight. The wickets will help his confidence. But I can't. I mean, with this bowling attack, I can't. Suddenly, it just looks pretty ordinary. From a pretty strong team, there've been 1 or 2 guys who've gone in and out of form, and tells you they don't have enough depth in that squad which we've been talking about. Top first 11, 12 were great, but suddenly there look enough gaps in that. Fortunately, the positive was the spin.
The reason I was talking about Sunil Narine probably looking unplayable, we saw Ajinkya Rahane spend that much time against Narine. Apart from the wickets, forget about the wickets, didn't look like scoring runs. Steve Smith had a couple of slogs against him as if he wanted to really get off strike when Narine was bowling. That was very unusual in this IPL. We haven't seen anyone.
I mean, Narine he used the wicket as well. He got the ball into the wicket. His change-ups, obviously, he's crafty with his fingers. But yeah, he did. He was smart. He bowled good lengths and used the wicket.
I'm just going to go back to the Kolkata Knight Riders fast bowlers. They've ended up losing the game. Once you saw Rajasthan fast bowlers do well, what do you think was the difference? What is it that the Rajasthan bowlers did right, which, let's say, the Prasidh Krishna or the Prithviraj couldn't do?
Yeah, I think even Rajasthan really, I mean, Unadkat went for a few, Jofra Archer, even the figures look good. That last over went for a few as well. But it was essentially, Varun Aaron and Archer. All three had,
Thomas,
Shane Thomas, all three are much quicker than the KKR guys that we've seen. I mean, Andre Russell is a shadow of the bowler that he can be, or he was a couple of seasons back for them. You just looking at that game today, and I know it's a very difficult ground. You keep saying Mumbai, Bangalore or Kolkata can be difficult grounds to defend on. How this attack is going to win them games unless, they suddenly start getting 200. Which the batting also doesn't look. I mean, Dinesh Karthik played a great knock. But apart from that, suddenly they look all over the place. And they're quite a formidable unit when that first 11 or 12 guys are doing well. Unfortunately, they've been found out this time because, like I say, lack of strength on the bench.
That takes me to the Rajasthan fast bowlers. They had 2 changes today, bringing in Varun Aaron and also getting O'Shane Thomas. You were of the opinion that O'Shane should have come. It's clearly made a difference. So we keep talking about how the batsmen and bowlers have performed. Sometimes those decisions taken in the dressing room, like they did with these 2 fast bowlers, has really paid off.
I mean, let's be honest, they've been struggling a bit this tournament. I suppose it was just trying to work out, okay, which foreign player do we leave out? But I think if you've got a guy that can run in and intimidate and bowl 150 and all this stuff, and your team's struggling, just get him in because it gets the fielders up as well. You got guys like him and Archer bowling. Varun Aaron bowl 150 tonight as well.
An economy of 3.33, picked up 2 wickets.
You got
incredible.
3 guys in your squad that can bowl 150. Get them in. So it just makes the team better to watch.
Also, maybe just to give the benefit of the doubt to the Rajasthan team, probably the first time they came across conditions like this, that they could go in with these 2 real quick fast bowlers.
I still think you can bowl them on slow wickets, can't you?
I think they've been a bit stuck actually with their batting as well. So that's why they kept playing Ashton Turner earlier on. I mean, there was Butler. How do you drop Butler? I mean, they've invested heavily in Ben Stokes, who does the bowling for them, but hasn't quite clicked this year and hasn't bowled in the last 2 or 3 games. So just 4 overseas guys. So it's a little bit difficult.
Could be.
Varun Aaron, I think, played in Rajasthan, didn't have a great game, and then decided to leave him out, which is a bit tough.
The Ben Stokes thing, I mean, it sounds silly to say this, but it could be, just for their team for the rest of the tournament, it could be a blessing in disguise.
Right.
Because then you can allow a guy like O'Shane Thomas to play. If I'm not sure, but he's done. So
he's done,
So then it could be a little bit of a blessing now. They can go, okay, we can play a bit more attacking. We've got guys like O'Shane that can play. You can bring a Turner back in to have a bit of a slog at the end. So you can be a bit more of a dynamic team.
All right, you could do that. But at the moment, didn't seem like they missed even Ashton Turner, because you had Riyan Parag getting you runs, even Jofra Archer getting you plenty of runs with the bat. Okay, now we're going to go back to how is it that the KKR innings panned out, and we're going to talk about Dinesh Karthik. He had a good knock, 97 runs is what he got. It's courtesy his knock that they reached 175 in the first place. Ajit, we were talking about before this match started that he wasn't firing, probably had the worst average amongst all KKR batsmen at 16. He desperately needed this knock.
Yeah, and what a timely knock, and what a good knock. You generally associate, we said in the mid-show, with him coming and finishing the innings, had to come in early against some good hostile bowling actually at that point. You saw Chris Lynn struggle in that first couple of overs. Shubman Gill wasn't comfortable. Nitish Rana took his time to get his 20. Some good fast bowling early on. So he kind of weathered that, and in spite of losing wickets at the other end, carried on. I mean, those sorts of knocks usually end up on the winning side.
Yeah, didn't happen today.
Yeah, they needed a bit of support from somebody from the other end to get to that 190, 200. Might have then been a winning total.
The support usually comes from Andre Russell. He's had a fabulous IPL. Didn't happen this time. O'Shane Thomas bowling to him, the other quick bowlers bowling to him. Do you think now you found some sort of a way how to contain him? First time we saw, as you're saying, 150 clicks being bowled at him, and then he found the going.
Oh, look, we said it early in the tournament. They've been on this show. Andre Russell and Corin Pollard. If you get it through here, I mean, they can. And Russell still hits that for 6. Don't get me wrong. You can still go, but if you're going to bowl it there, he still hits it anyway. So if you're not going to land Yorkers, so these guys, Pollard, Russell, if you've got a fast bowler on your team, get him through here. That's an option. I'm not saying it's absolute gospel, but it certainly works from time to time. So yeah, you can see he was a little bit uncomfortable. He's got a big fella running in at him, bowl 150, and most people are going to be. So, but that's a weapon for Rajasthan now. They can even use that, and I think don't be afraid to use that on your own conditions as well. Even slower pitches, you can use it. You can bowl on the stumps, slower wickets. Fast bowler can run in and bowl straight for his 4 overs, and it can be quite hard to score.
Okay.
Wonder what's with his wrists as well, wrist or arm.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that.
Right? After every shot that he plays, seems to still be hitting it out of the ground.
But had a bandage.
Yeah, holding his wrist. So that's the last thing KKR want. Him missing a game at this stage because they need to win everything.
But yet would come out and bowl as well if there was definitely a problem with the wrist. Wouldn't be bowling, but he did today as well. I'm seeing 3 overs is what.
I think it's the left hand though.
Yeah, okay. Where he's got a bandage going. Okay. We'll have to wait and watch how that pans out for Kolkata Knight Riders, because this is a position they've not found themselves in before. 6 losses in a row. They started off this IPL with a bang, but look at that now. They're tied on points with Rajasthan, having played 11 games, 8 points. Shaun, now how do you see this table pan out? Do you think these 3 are cutting themselves out, giving more chance to Punjab and Hyderabad?
At the moment, yeah. I mean, Punjab and Hyderabad have got to keep winning somehow. But look, the Kolkata are keeping Rajasthan and Bangalore interested, aren't they? So we're going to join you down here and make you look not look so bad. But look, tomorrow's going to be, you got Chennai and Mumbai, they're the 2 heavyweights. Delhi's playing well. I still look at Hyderabad as a team that should make the playoffs.
All right, I'm not going to ask Ajit that because he already made that very clear in our previous shows as well. He thinks it's going to be Hyderabad really who's going to be fighting. But you were of the opinion KKR might.
Yeah, I mean the top 4 and the 5th team I had picked initially was KKR. KKR, I'm worried for them. They suddenly seem all over the place. And that bowling, I don't think, is going to win them too many games.
All right. At the end of our show, we usually have the Fab 4 contest. How is it that Shaun, Tait and Ajit Agarkar have performed? We'll take a look at their points table. This is what Ajit picked in Nitish Rana, Prasidh Krishna, Jofra Archer, Steve Smith. I'm shocked Jofra Archer just gave you 27.
Doesn't get wickets.
Yeah. But we need to do something about it. A match-winning knock of 27 runs should be a bonus. Yeah,
so with the game, you should get a 50.
Yeah, should. It was. I think the 2 Riyan Parag and Jofra Archer. That is the closest I think we've had a contest with Ben Stokes, O'Shane Thomas, Andre Russell. Andre Russell still gave you points, decent amount of points with his bowling. It's as close as the contest that we witnessed on the cricket field. A very close one. 19.2 overs is what it took for Rajasthan to get across the winning line. Ajit Agarkar, Shaun Tait, thanks so much for joining us. You were watching ESPN Cricinfo Matchday.